Hi, this is Paul the Hat Guy Flinders. I'm recording this in the editing process. Just to let you guys know that there's a slight issue with the second half of the podcast, mainly because I ballsed up using the recording software. So I hope it doesn't take away too much of your enjoyment of the podcast. Do keep listening to it because there is plenty of discussion after I corrected it. So it doesn't affect the audio quality at all. It's just the fact that I kind of turned the recording off like a nice, clever person that I am. So, yeah, give us a listen and, obviously give us some feedback on whatever medium you listen to us on, whether it's on Spreaker, iTunes, Stitcher, or YouTube. Just let us know what you think. Give us some feedback and let us know. And obviously, on iTunes, give us a 5-star review or, it helps us out, gets us a bit more notoriety. So, I'll leave you to it and enjoy the RAD podcast.
The RAD podcast is intended for a mature audience. Listener discretion is advised.
Hi and welcome to this week's edition of the RAD podcast, Random Ass Discussion. And this week we have the return of the Scottish one, Xander.
Hello.
We have the Mystery Man from Lost Art of Podcasting. Who are you this week?
I'm stuck for a name.
The Invisible Man.
Well, I'm John Cena. You can see me, but you can't see me. You can fucking hear me.
Your time isn't now, though, is it?
I'm going to talk through the entire podcast really loudly so you can hear me. I'm going to call out what we need to do, and then I'll signal when we need to go home.
And you'll marry a very, very fake woman with inflatable tits.
Yes.
Eventually. Joining us this week as well is Darren Truby.
Hello.
How have your weeks been? And Xander, how's your, God knows how long you were away for.
Fuck it, fortnight now.
Fortnight, yeah. So, how was your fortnight?
Wife's birthday, first one. That's why I wasn't on the show. Because
fucking
you can't
priorities.
schedule for shit.
Yeah, priorities.
Other than that, I've been building a kitchen.
Oh. See, I can't do all that masculine shit.
Because you're a woman.
It's part and parcel of being a Sangronan. But sorry, no, a fake Sangronan. So I found out that long ago I'm not actually Sangronan. So, hey-ho. Apparently to be Sangronan, both your parents have got to have been born in Blackpool, so that's me fucked. I thought it was just the fact you had to be born in Blackpool. Oh well, it's not exactly something to be proud of, is it really?
I've never been told any different, so I'm sticking with the fact that I am.
You like me, you like the Pepsi Max version.
Well, my mum was born in Manchester somewhere, I think Whitefield, so...
Yeah. Well, you like me, you like the Pepsi Max version, you got all the taste but no sugar.
Yeah.
Can you place, chest of drawers and that around your house?
Can I place it?
Yeah.
You mean actually pick the fucking thing up and move it?
Exactly.
Yeah, I can do that.
Right. Can you then screw something into a wall?
I don't know. It depends how sturdy the wall is. It may fall down. Judging by my house, the way it's been built, probably no.
Well, with my house, because it's a very old cottage, it's solid brickwork walls, so I hate to drill into them first. But it's literally that easy, mate. I'd
still fuck it up, mate. You don't know me in DIY. I built a rabbit hole, I built a rabbit run once for somebody's fucking rabbit. It was that bad. The rabbit escaped and got ran over.
I was more thinking that you turned it into a snare or something.
A snare. Would be shocked. This is rabbit safe.
Here's your rabbit run I built you. Mama, the rabbit's not moving.
Why is the rabbit hanging, Mama? Oh, fucking hell.
Oh.
What else have you been up to other than brutalising Kitchenalia?
That's about it. I've been very busy like that.
Ah, fair enough. But it's basically 2 weeks of molesting kitchens.
No, it's only been the last few days.
Oh, right.
The rest of it was getting it sorted, getting it over here, you know.
He actually picked it up himself and dragged it on his shoulders.
Well, pretty much, yeah.
See you later, love. I'm going out for a couple of hours. Why? I'm picking up a sink.
And it weighs a fucking ton.
Can imagine. Anyway,
I'm not taking that with me in an air crash. That's for damn sure.
Just hiding your sink.
Yeah.
Planes going down, the masts are coming down. You just got your sink in your overhead hanger. Just go clang.
I live now.
Come. You just mutters that line. Come with me if you want to live. Just hide under my sink. Fucking hell. You know, like I said, we're checking out that nuclear blast thing on the website. I can't remember what the fuck it was called. So all Xander needs to do now is just hide under his sink and it'd be fine.
Would I survive on nuke.com? I still have the picture on my desktop.
Yeah, we worked out we'd survive if it was a 50 megaton with 30 degree burns. But if
possible radiation poisoning.
And possible radiation poisoning. Oh, well, we'll turn into ghouls then.
Yeah, that doesn't happen in real life.
It'd probably be worse if the wind was blowing towards the wind was blowing east.
Yeah.
If it's blowing sort of southwest, we're okay.
Right, so blowing away from us.
Yeah, no, southeast even it has to be. If it's blowing southeast, we're okay.
So if it's a southwesterly, we're fucked, basically.
Yeah, northwesterly.
Yeah,
it's blowing out towards Ireland. If it's 100 megaton, we're fucked.
Yeah, you got to be in Leicester to survive.
Still, no one would nuke Manchester anyway. Nobody around the world seems to know anything about the UK. They think London's the only thing there.
True that. That's true. We watched enough WWE to know that. You know, like I say, Newcastle's 10 minutes up the road from London, apparently. So, but there you go. It's one of them. Darren, how's your week been?
Oh well, it's quiet really. Not much has really happened.
Sounds like Blackpool out of season in general, really.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same with you, Adam.
Pretty much just work. What else have I done? I watched the main event of Elimination Chamber.
I've watched most of Elimination Chamber, which we'll get into that later. We'll talk about that.
That's about it, really. I've not done much else.
Saying that, actually, you know what? We'll tackle that now, seeing as it's there and it's fresh on the mind, sort of. I'm assuming, Zandy, you've not seen Elimination Chamber.
Nope.
Right, well, don't worry, mate. You'll get your own back later with one of the topics I got to talk about later. So, what are your guys' opinions of the in general of the Elimination Chamber as a pay-per-view?
Well, I didn't watch the full show. I just watched the main event.
Right, so I'll pass that on to Darren for now.
Well, I watched most of the show, and we all knew what was going to happen. As soon as Autumn won the Rumble, we knew that Wyatt somewhere was going to win the title, and then it was going to set up him and something else. And I'm hoping something else is going to happen along the way. But some of the matches, 2 or 3 matches I did not think were any good.
Go on
then. Well, first of all, Nikki Bella and Natalya.
Do you know what?
I do like the fact that SmackDown's having more matches that are included women's matches, but not.
Do you think it warranted 3? Did you think it warranted 3 women's matches?
No.
You see, the only two matches I would have put on the card would have been the Mickie James and Becky Lynch match, and I would have put on, obviously, the women's title match. Possibly just probably because of the lack of depth of talent with the matchups that they can put on. Probably otherwise I would normally have put the if I was booking, obviously I would have put Becky Lynch, Mickie James on the pre-show.
Yeah.
But then you had, what was it? Kurt Hawkins versus Mojo Riley on the pre-show, which tells you the depth of fucking roster.
Yeah.
I mean, the SmackDown, the roster, it's very... What show? It's like... It's very good top end. The level of talent at the top end is brilliant. The top group of like 6 guys, namely the guys in the actual chamber match and Dolph Ziggler, are the top talent in that. In my opinion, the top talent in that on that brand. If you go outside that top echelon of talent in that brand, there's fuck all there. Absolutely nothing. That's what I think. That's why they were forced. Obviously, with 6 guys in one match, forced to have the fact that they had to have 3 women's matches on the card. Unless you had guys pulling double duty, which doesn't sell well for the Elimination Chamber.
No,
because you want you guys obviously to be in top condition for the Elimination Chamber, and if you're getting guys doing double duty, that technically jeopardises your main event. Because injuries happen. So, for me, obviously, I don't think the women's match between Nikki Bella and Natalya needed to happen.
No,
really, it really didn't need to happen. I think the only notable thing about that match was I think we got a bit of a brief view of Nikki Bella's beef curtains. That's about it. That's the most notable thing about that match, and that tells you it. That tells you everything that you need to know about that match. What did you think of Apollo Crews and Kalisto versus Dolph Ziggler?
Really, 2 face guys against 1 heel guy. Isn't the 2-on-1 handicap meant to be the other way around? Well,
it worked brilliantly because it made both guys look strong. Kalisto's just working his dates. Basically, Kalisto's waiting for his contract to run out because they don't fire anyone anymore. They wait for the contracts to run out and let them go. Basically, that's what Kalisto's doing at this moment in time, which is why Dolph Ziggler attacked Kalisto before the match to make it a pseudo one-on-one match with an interference, which made Apollo Crews look semi-decent, but he's getting butts.
Lost his smile, didn't he? And then,
Yeah, he's making him get serious. It's giving him a slightly different dynamic to his character, which is badly needed. I mean, he's been booked something really bad. I mean, that match, for example, how many rest holds was there in that match? Fucking tons. It didn't, Apollo Crews, we've seen him at Preston City Wrestling. He's a high-octane, high-pace kind of guy, isn't he? Yeah. That's his style. He's a high flyer. He's a high spots guy. You don't put someone like that doing rest holds. You use their strength. Otherwise, you're not getting the full potential out of the wrestler. For me, he should be booked like a Rob Van Dam. He should be booked like a black... I'm serious. If you book, he would be over as shit as a black Rob Van Dam. What do you think, Coxy, on that one?
I think... Yeah,
BVD.
Black Van Dam. But I'm right though. He's got the same athletic ability as a Rob Van Dam. So why not use him in a similar way?
Maybe that's why they're trying to build him up. That's why they're pairing him with Dolph Ziggler to pair him up, to build him up. And
there's a catalyst to push him. Yeah. But they're not helping his moveset. What I mean is, if they're booking him like a black Rob Van Dam, he's using like a black Rob Van Dam. Don't make him do fucking rest holds.
Yeah.
Make the heel. Obviously, it was bad. I genuinely thought the match wasn't great.
No.
It really wasn't great. It made, storyline wise, it made it elevated Apollo Crews a little bit to the point where it gave him some sort of credibility. at the same time, it protected Dolph Ziggler with the after the bell attack, and it took two guys to fend him off, sort of thing. So yeah, it protects Dolph Ziggler in that kind of way as well. But yeah, I don't like the way Apollo Crews has been booked at all. That's just my opinion on it. Well, I don't know if you've seen the match, Coxy. You said you've just seen the Elimination Chamber itself, haven't you?
Yeah.
I think the only other match of note you may need to watch was the Orton Luke Harper match, which was fucking brutal.
Luke Harper can really bring it out there. I've
Luke
seen him
Harper
in brutal matches before.
Luke Harper is amazing, by the way. Do you see some of the sit-out power bombs and stuff like that he was pulling off?
Yeah.
Things like that. It was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I will be honest, I was watching this late at night, and this is the match where I tapped out, basically. I fell asleep. I woke up, and it was the end of the pay-per-view. So I had to watch the rest of it this morning, and I glazed out. I didn't watch the end of this match. I know Orton won.
Yeah.
But I didn't actually see all this match. But I do know from feedback and what have you, it was a great match. So, where does it lead to on here though? Because I'm guaranteed there's going to be some sort of fuckery at WrestleMania.
Oh, there will be.
Yeah, there'll be some sort of fuckery.
Is Orton going to turn on
Bray
Wyatt?
It's looking that way, isn't it? It's gonna something's gonna happen.
But then I don't want Randy Orton as a champion. Why it's like?
But why would Randy Orton be champion? Who's to say that? You don't forget, you've got two world heavyweights. You've got two world championships now in the company. Who's to say that the heel can't go over on one match and the face go over on another?
Yeah.
But I don't think that's going to happen. I'll go into that later. But I think it's going to be a very heel-centric WrestleMania this year. I really do. I really do think it's going to be a very heel-centric. Unless we get a face turn from either Bray or Orton.
I think Bray will turn.
You think Bray will turn face?
Yeah.
It would make sense. Unless you get Orton turn on Bray Wyatt.
It's going to be... I think it's the thing of... with there is sort of talk of the Undertaker calling it quits this year.
Which he needs to.
So all signs point to Bray
being the new Phenom.
Yeah. Which
does make sense. He's like a more realistic Undertaker. He is like a more realistic, Undertaker. A more believable sort of Undertaker, which I'd buy into that.
Whatever happens at Mania, I think it's going to lead probably lead to a triple threat or something. I reckon.
There's nothing to say that it's going to be a singles match. There's a few weeks left before Mania, so there's plenty of time to fuck around with the card.
Yeah, don't forget.
Extreme Rules, it's going to be like Luke Harper, Orton, Wyatt for the.
For the World Heavyweight.
In like a TLC or something.
That would be pretty fucking good.
Don't forget, John Cena has got his rematch on tonight, actually. His rematch is on tonight.
Oh, he's on SmackDown?
Yeah, he's having his rematch on tonight.
Yeah, he won't win it, though. Orton will probably interfere. That's what I'm calling that anyway now. And then obviously this podcast will go out after the episode of SmackDown's been on, but I'm calling that it'll be, obviously, if that's the case, it's going to be Wyatt Cena in the, a rematch. I'm telling you now, Orton's going to do some sort of fuckery.
And AJ Styles hasn't had his rematch yet. It is a one-on-one rematch, so he want a rematch with AJ Styles, with Bray Wyatt.
But it depends if they class the Elimination Chamber as a rematch.
Yeah.
So it depends. They can book it all sorts of different ways. There's a lot of room to manoeuvre on that, which will make SmackDown actually relatively interesting to watch.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of that. Now, for the Elimination Chamber match, what was your thoughts on the actual match itself? And actually, what did you think of the new chamber?
Well, I liked it. I know it looks safer and all that because they had padded mats and all this. But
well, if you go back in the pay-per-view and you watch Becky Lynch's intro, there's obviously an upward view going up. Basically, the underside of it is just basically plywood with a bit of canvas. It's basically basically the ring on the other side of the ropes.
Yeah.
So it's very, very safe now compared to what it used to be.
They've done it for weight as well. They've done it to make it lighter.
Yeah, so it's easy to move, and they can make it larger in size as well if they make it lighter. Which it does look massively so, because now they can stand up properly on the top of the chamber, where if you watch it in previous years, you have to crouch on top, which means that obviously they can do better, bigger spots off that.
Yeah.
I mean, at one point you had two people fighting. You had Ambrose and Styles fighting on top of one of the chambers, smashing their heads off the side. In the old chamber, I don't think you'd be able to do that.
I'll tell you what I did like was when Bray Wyatt did it, he walked past them all with his lantern in the thing, and he was like,
The chamber's effect, though, because obviously the light was reflecting off the chamber as well, made it look a lot more eerie as well, which was really good. Especially, I noticed it more so when he passed the Miz.
Yeah.
And by the way, the Miz can sell. By the way, how good is the Miz at selling? Especially when we saw that powerbomb suplex combo right off his chamber.
Yeah.
That was, I enjoyed that.
I'm starting to think that even Miz could be in the WWE title picture.
Right, well, I'm a Miz fan. I've always been a Miz fan. I like the Miz. I think he's very, very underrated. I quite enjoyed his title run as well. Coxy's like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Mm.
But by the way, Darren, I didn't buy that T-shirt. I won that T-shirt.
We've seen a T-shirt. We know you're a Miz Ark.
I like the Miz.
Michael Cole.
His work recently with Miz has been fucking exceptional. Absolutely brilliant. Can't fault it. Since the brand split, he's been absolutely amazing. Or to quote what he says, awesome. So
bringing everything he does with
Maurice,
and how he's working the Daniel Bryan thing, so much so that he's not going to get a match, but it feels like he's going to be a match. And
I think someone's going to fight on his behalf. I think someone's going to fight on Danielson's behalf.
But from what I heard, from the rumours I read before, it'll sound like they're setting up a tag match for Mania, like an agenda tag match.
Oh, near Brie Bella coming back for a one-off.
Nikki Bella, Cena, and then Ms. Maurice.
That would work.
So
fighting for that would work, and have Brie in the corner.
Probably
that would make sense.
But isn't Brie like 8 months pregnant at the time?
There's nothing saying she can't stand by the ring and not have a bump. Or sit at commentary.
She'll be there on the show going to labour going, it's a WrestleMania, baby!
You just imagine Vince in the back going, get reduced on now. We want them ratings, get reduced.
That was Vincent.
It'll be still on the back watching, going, all of my mats.
Yeah.
All of my WrestleMania mats.
It's like, Bo, get a midwife on standby.
That's Vince, how you doing?
Get a surgeon, we might need a C-section. We want them holy shit chats, want a C-section in that middle of that ring. Holy shit! Ah!
The second baby to be born on WWE television.
After Hand.
Yeah. This one
plot twist, Hand's the midwife.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Didn't Han grow up and it was an actual normal person? Oh.
No, it was just a guy in a hat who walked past and said, "Hi, Dad," and walked off. Do you remember that on Raw? I think it was like Raw 1000 or something like that. Years and years ago. But yeah, they actually delivered on the storyline going back 15 years. It's fucking well good. Anyway, going on from that, what do you think of Bray Wyatt winning the belt? Do you think he deserved it?
Well deserved.
Yeah, long.
About time.
About 2 years too late for me.
No, it was Bray Wyatt's a bit like a sort of the embers. He's like you have to sort of you have to stoke it and sort of take your time with it.
Oh yeah,
it's like smoking meat. You can't rush it.
He's starting to sound like that guy off the Fast Show. It's like it's very much like making love to a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
The car salesman. But yeah, I do understand that. Yeah, he's a very, very slow burner. I mean, he's never actually looked. He's looked mega strong before, but he's never looked weak. He's lost every single feud he's ever been in, but he's never looked weak. He's always had that intimidation factor, which makes him believable. That means he can lose matches left, right, and centre, but he can still be taken seriously just through his gimmick alone. If that makes sense?
Yeah. What you're saying.
Yeah, but I do think he definitely deserves it. He's put the fucking graft in. How long's he been in Bray Wyatt on the main roster now? Nearly 5 years? I think he debuted at SummerSlam 2012, didn't he? Against Kane.
1 second, I'll have a look.
And it was the Inferno match. Oh, on Raw, yeah, but his first match was the Inferno match, I think. His first major storyline was against... Yeah, on the main roster, I mean. Obviously, he was in NXT.
He was in the original NXT when it was the competition.
That's Husky Harris, but it's also his character. The Wyatt family developed on the NXT as we know today.
It was only May 2013.
Oh, he debuted? All right.
And his first match as Bray Wyatt on the main roster was at the SummerSlam that year.
Right, so I've got the year wrong. But I do remember the match at SummerSlam. But yeah, I got the year wrong. I was 1 year out. But yeah, he's been around 4 years then. Yeah. So yeah, I think he's put the graft in. Definitely put the graft in.
First member of the Nexus to have a title, and he wasn't part of the Nexus.
Yeah, he was a part of the second wave of Nexus, wasn't he? Remember his gimmick was obviously it was Husky Harris. He was the bulldozer with a Ferrari engine.
Yeah.
Yeah, motorsport fans like me and Zan will be like, well, that makes no fucking difference. It's like putting a jet engine on a planet. He's going to do fuck all. But yeah, I think he deserved it. I mean, I enjoyed his title win. Speaking of things that potentially may be enjoyable, obviously I'm going to get the wrestling out of the way. Kevin Owens and Jericho. Thoughts?
The greatest friendship ever going. Because I've not seen Raw yet.
But do you know what's happened?
Yes, I do. Unfortunately. Pray for Jericho.
Yeah. You know what's happened, Coxy?
Yeah. Saw it coming.
Yeah, saw it coming a mile off. I didn't see it coming. Well, we talked about it. I thought they'd hold off until SummerSlam. But obviously, that's changed. And the way they've done it, they've booked it, it does make sense how quickly it can suddenly turn. The way it was done was brutal. Absolutely brutal. But it also now opens up the possibility for the match between Goldberg and Kevin Owens at Fastlane. Now, before I say what I think's going to happen, I want to know what your opinions are. So, who wants to go first?
Kevin Owens, Goldberg, Fastlane.
Yeah.
Right, I would want Kevin Owens to win. But they've put Goldberg as an unbeatable monster. Just like they've done with Brock Lesnar. And they're going to have Kevin Owens lose, but because of Jericho or because of Lesnar or something like that. And then Goldberg's the champion. It's going to be Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar.
Okay, fair enough. What do you think, Coxy?
Well, first of all,
Jesus!
There's nothing to say. Essentially, it's like a vote of no confidence in Kevin Owens because you put him against Goldberg. It's like we know what's going to happen. It's like just get it over with now and sort of save us the thing everyone's going. Well, I knew that was going to happen.
Is Goldberg the same way he was in WCW? Just come in, destroy stuff, and walk out.
He's had 4 minutes of ring action in 2 months.
Even Brock Lesnar's had more.
He's literally been in the ring for 2 minutes, and that included a Royal Rumble match.
He's awesome.
But he just turns up, spears, jackhammers, leaves, basically. He doesn't have any other offence. His match with Brock Lesnar lasted less than 90 seconds, and that was a main event of, was it Survivor Series?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 minute 26, wasn't it? Or
Yeah.
27.
So that just shows you. Now, my opinion is going to be completely different from you two. Because what I can see happening is obviously you got this match coming up at Fastlane now between Goldberg and Kevin Owens. Now Jericho's going to come out to try and cause some fuckery with Kevin Owens so that Goldberg wins the match. Next thing you know, as soon as he starts coming out, Lesnar's going to come out, intercept Jericho, beat the fuck out of Jericho, come down, beat, and then interfere with the match, fucking over Goldberg.
Yeah.
Owens retains, and then goes into a storyline on Raw where he goes, right, we're going against Jericho, so why did you try and interfere with my match? Sort of thing.
Yeah.
Have a match at Mania, and it's going to be title versus career.
Oh, yes.
And then you're going to have Goldberg Lesnar at Mania again for Lesnar costing Goldberg his shot at the title at Fastlane.
Oh, I like that.
That's the way I think is going to happen. Because I think, as apparently Jericho's off after Mania anyway to tour with Ozzy, so that would make sense. And
that could be Jericho's last hurrah kind of thing.
Yeah, if he's got enough time, because he's 48 now, isn't he? It's either going to be his last hurrah retirement match, or it's going to be loser leaves WWE for a while.
He's going to have Kevin Owens. Going to have Kevin Owens as United States champion and Universal champion. Yeah,
it could be that. Yeah, it'll be a double champ as well, unless Jericho drops it in the meantime, which is possible. Because Owens could, in the build-up, obviously Jericho could have a match to defend his belt. Because obviously, don't forget, Stephanie's a heel, so she's going to work against the face, which Jericho is now. He could be forced to wrestle like someone like Braun Strowman. He becomes US champion. With the fucker, potentially Owens could fuck with Jericho.
Then it's Braun Strowman versus Sami Zayn, and Sami Zayn wins the US title off Braun Strowman at WrestleMania.
Possibly, who knows?
Yeah, I like that story.
So yeah, it works out. You can, we've got half of the WrestleMania card worked out there just off one match. Just off one match.
Yeah.
So I'd go with that. That's the way I would do it anyway. And obviously, you got an incentive there for Jericho to turn around to Owens and say, right, I want a match at Mania for your belt, and I'll even put my career on the line. That's the way I would do it. If he's leaving anyway, it makes sense, doesn't it? So, just very quickly on this one as well, because we want to move away from the wrestling. Teddy Long in the whole... Yeah, go on, mate.
I'll quickly say, in sort of regards to the main event, because I didn't sort of cover it properly with the Elimination Chamber main event.
Oh yeah.
It was very good.
It was all right.
It was an enjoyable match. I rather enjoyed the replay of the stiff clothesline that Bray Wyatt gave AJ Styles.
Yeah, fucking hell.
which was one of sort of the best clotheslines I've seen in recent times, along with Miz's impressive drop kick to the corner on, I think it was possibly Dean Ambrose. I can't remember.
Told you the Miz was fucking awesome, didn't I?
He's got a win over John Cena at WrestleMania.
There you go. There's not many that can say that. Yeah, The Rock. That's about it.
So, but it's Teddy Hall in the Hall of Fame player.
Yeah, Teddy Long in the Hall of Fame
match player.
Yeah, I'm in the Hall of Fame player. Do you think he deserves it?
Is he going to do a Mr. T and keep thanking his mama?
Oh, he's just gonna thank all these players, isn't he?
In terms of deserving it, it's the problem is with the Hall of Fame. I wouldn't mind anymore, but it's just gotten a bit stupid now. The fact is, they go to that length of having it's like, right, we have to have these people in it. We have to have at least one celebrity in it. We have to have at least one female in it. And it's like, can we just make it a bit more random rather than sort of to appeal to the masses?
This is it. I mean, obviously, I think we covered the potential list of candidates, and obviously Teddy Long wasn't on that list. So that does seem like it's come out of nowhere. So I don't know. I do think he's been in the business long enough and done enough in the business to actually warrant being in there. I just don't know if he'd be my pick for this year. I don't know.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, I'm not a fan of his, but yeah, I think I'd say he does deserve to be in. I just don't know if he deserves to be in yet. Jesus. That's pretty. Yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. I think. So, any of you guys got a topic you want to cover?
Well, just sort of sticking with wrestling, I do just want to say that someone's off to King of Trios in September.
Nice. Yeah, I saw the post on Facebook. I don't think I'm going to be able to go.
Nice.
I genuinely don't think I'm going to go because I don't think I'm going to get the money in time for the tickets to sell out.
It's considering it was more expensive than I thought it was going to be. But I've wanted to do a King of Trio since I first saw the very first one. I was sort of contemplating going out to wherever it was in America at some point, like either this year or next, to catch it. And it's like, oh, we're doing the UK. I was like, I'm there.
That just shows you, though, doesn't it, that the UK scene at the minute is hot shit.
Oh, yeah.
Because everyone's and their dogs coming over. All the American firms are coming over here.
Well, it's it kind of helps that they did well. They ran the 4 shows in the UK like last May.
Yeah.
And they all drew really well. Like the Manchester show was where the West PCW had their shows at the Manchester Met.
Yeah.
So that drew really well there. So it's this one's in Birmingham at from what I've seen the pictures, it's like a really nice looking venue. So I've got tickets for all 3 days, and
jammy bastard.
I'm really looking forward to it.
For those who want to listen who may want to go, what are we talking like price wise?
Well, you have the option of like general admission, which I think comes to about £20 a ticket.
So £60 if you want all 3 days.
If you want all 3 days, I've gone for the bleacher seats, which are a bit more, and that sort of bumped the price up a bit. And I've had to get accommodation sorted as well. So
yeah, because you've got to stay 2 nights at least, haven't you?
Yeah, so it's not cheap, but it's like I don't often get to go to wrestling much anymore, and it's certainly for something like Chikara, it's like I can't miss Chikara.
Yeah, it's worthwhile doing, isn't it? It'd be like if someone offered me tickets to go to Silverstone for the British Grand Prix and snap it.
Yeah.
I'd absolutely snap it.
It's like my Valentine present to myself.
It's your right hand has given you a Valentine's present.
Left's going to be jealous.
How do you know he's right-handed?
Well, he might be ambidextrous, I don't know. I've not actually sat there and watched.
I know a lot of people do it with both hands.
You actually have this conversation with people?
Yeah. We're not shy about our sexuality things.
I use both hands.
Yeah, I I was gonna say I need to use both hands.
Not like these two are.
Well, you need two hands. Well, the thing is,
the magnifying glass.
This is true. I was gonna say you need both hands to undo the button on your trousers.
You got a zip.
But no, it's I'm really looking forward to it, and I will be sort of probably no doubt posting reports and things of it.
Good man.
There, so
good man. Well, I was hoping to go, but I'm admitting defeat to it. Much like I'm admitting defeat to going to watch the Northern Stages because I'm fucking working, and I forgot to book it off. So, well, I'll let the lads know. But Downforce Radio, who's like a motorsport podcasting like sort of network, and they're actually because on the strength of me. Mention it to them. They're actually considering sending somebody out to cover it. So from I don't know. I think he lives in Cheshire. So to come out for a local club event, from Cheshire is actually pretty fucking dedicated. So I'll give Downforce Radio a mention for that. You can find them on Spreaker. So they are pretty fucking good. On that note, I believe you two have got some drinks. Well, Coxy's got some drinks to try if you're ready.
Right, go on. Yeah. Which should I do first?
Well, you've got them in front of you, and we don't know what they are. So.
One you'll be familiar with. It's I don't know what the aloe vera one you had was, but this one's called Premium Aloe Fresh.
Oh, is it like the bottled sort of thing?
Yeah, and it looks like the same shit you had, like sort of almost jellified.
Yeah, I had the plain one. It was like a green bottle with like a green lid.
Yeah, I've got the strawberry flavour variant.
Oh, nice.
And I was looking at it going, is it still or what? And it's like it just looks like jelly.
Yeah, it's very viscous. Is the word we're looking for?
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, it's.
So yeah, it doesn't look to be carbonated or anything. I'm only going to try a sip of it because I don't want to be up all night.
It is not carbonated. If it's similar to what I've had,
the sugar in it and stuff. It doesn't look carbonated. It just looks like random jelly shite.
Well, have you ever seen an old person that has to have thickening agent in like the liquid so they can have it?
Yeah.
It looks like what water looks like when you put that in it.
Ah. Lovely.
Well, have you actually drank some now?
No, I'm going to crack it open in a moment.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know if you can hear the...
Yeah, I heard the seal break. Yep, there's the seal breaking.
So, hold on.
Bottoms up.
It smells very strawberry.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what to...
pour it out into to have a look at the colour.
Well, I can see the colour through the bottle. It's just very strawberry-y. It smells very much just like strawberry jelly or like if you ever have like a strawberry Ribena.
Oh, yes.
It smells like
that.
So
it's very inoffensive smelling-wise.
No, it smells very pleasant.
Oh, that's good.
I've got a glass here, so we'll pour a wee bit out. Oh, God.
No.
It's less. It's a bit more viscous. Well, it's a bit more like syrupy than water. There's some shit floating in it. I don't know what it is. It looks like bits of strawberry.
Hey, that's actually not too bad. So, that won't be too bad. Chin chin.
Right. Oh. Fuck
Okay, go on, gobful. Oh, is he drinking? He's had a drink.
I have. That's actually quite pleasant.
Yeah, don't fall for that trap. Because remember, I did.
Yeah, but you had the natural aloe vera one.
True.
It's.
Wait,
sort of going down. It just tastes like it's going. When you first sip it, it tastes like strawberry, and then you get sort of weird, like aloe vera aftertaste.
Yeah, and then you get the film around your mouth, mate.
Yeah, I have a bit. So yeah, I might actually finish that off at some point.
Yeah, fair enough then.
In the fridge.
Yeah, I was tempted. I was going to sip mine, but then I got the aftertaste after a while. Got a bit overwhelming.
Well, to quote a certain YouTuber, I will give that 4 rock bottoms out of 5. Well, snapping my fingers a lot. So yeah, that's it. I got that from Home Bargains. This is the one you'd normally frequent.
Yeah, I actually got mine from Home Bargains as well.
Yeah, and I think it was on 60p a bottle or something, or 70p a bottle.
I think it's fucking less than that, isn't it?
So I don't know. I can't remember.
Would you like to just take my money?
It was that with Big Bear malt, and I was like looking at that shit.
Oh
going,
fuck! No, not after my experience with that, mate. No.
They've still got like 20 million cases there.
I know, no one fucking touches it. No wonder they're probably listening to the podcast. Yeah, they're waiting for me to buy it. I might actually buy another flavour of it just for shits and giggles. Do you know what? I think I will. I'm going to get the... I had the pink one last time. I'm going to get the black one next time. So yeah, next week I'm going to have some Black Bear malt on the show. So that should be fun. Can't let you have all the fun, Coxy. Come on.
Well, you can, because I've got this next drink.
Oh.
Which is Cocoa Sun coconut water with natural mango flavour.
Oh, that sounds extremely pleasant.
Tagged with a taste of the tropics.
Oh fuck! It's like Oh god.
A deliciously refreshing still coconut water drink enhanced with natural fruit extracts to deliver a taste of the tropics in every can.
Oh fuck.
Less than 70 calories a can though.
Oh, so you got no sugar in it at least.
Very little.
So it's either going to be actually really nice. It's going to be either one of the two ways. It's going to be either really nice or it's going to be fucking horrific. Now here's the question.
It's going to be a coconut taste and a mango aftertaste if I've anything like I've had stuff before like this.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're a fan of coconut, this might be up your street.
So it depends how overwhelming the mango is, but we'll soon find out.
Yes.
Hold on. See if you can...
Yep, heard that. In fact, you should have had a glass of water to cleanse your palate.
I've got a bottle of Coke here.
Oh, fair enough.
The strawberry taste is pretty much gone. So.
Fair enough.
So
here we go. What's it smell like?
Just coconut.
Oh, fair enough. And I imagine it's clear.
It's... Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like, it looks like when you have like when you sort of run your tap sometimes, you get that sort of shit floating in it.
Yeah.
Like,
Cryptosporidium.
Oh no, it's settled now. So it's
It looks like it's got cryptosporidium in it.
Yeah. Oh no, it's clear. It's perfectly clear now.
Hey.
It just sort of smell notes. It smells like smells a bit like a pina colada.
Okay.
So
we'll go with that.
Find out how it tastes.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Chin chin. Gulp gulp.
I can barely taste the mango in that.
Oh, you just taste coconut.
Pretty much.
So it's not offensive.
Oh god, no! There's a bit of mango aftertaste there.
There we go.
Yeah, but it's surprising it's not unpleasant.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
So I could actually drink that again.
Why do I get all the shit stuff? Why do I always get the shit stuff?
Because you see it and you go, oh, that looks cheap and horrible.
No, it's not. It's because I've got a sadistic mother. That's why.
Yeah, but you buy some of the drinks yourself, so it's sort of you bring it on yourself then.
I bought 2.
Yeah, exactly.
I was subjected you all to Mega Malt. Did you even drink some, Darren?
I did, yeah.
Oh god, you did as well. Yeah, you actually, you turned your face inside out. That was on the train, wasn't it? I remember now, on the way to Manchester for PCW. Yeah, I remember that now quite vividly.
Yeah.
So verdict.
Again, I'm going to give that 4 rock bottoms out of 5.
Fucking hell. So yeah, you got off light there. I'll have to find something absolutely horrendous next time.
The problem is though, mate, you could try both of these and you could go, oh, that tastes rank.
That's true. It's all subjective, isn't it, I suppose? But there's some mad fucker out there that actually loves Mega Malt and that's all they ever drink.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah. Like like Morrison claims, he loves Mega Malt.
No one loves Mega Malt.
No one loves Mega Malt. No, that's a lie. That's a pure lie.
I've just been looking up some horrid flavoured drinks and all that, and obviously it's come to alcoholic drinks, and there's shots here that are just disgusting.
Okay.
Mac and cheese shot.
Oof.
Macaroni milk. Something further and cheese rum. It's cheese mixed with rum, and it just looks Are
they like little shots?
Yeah.
They come like little individual things.
Yeah, and then this one, beer and milk put together, and
fuck! Right, do you know what? Send me the link to that. I'm gonna look this up because maybe one day when we're, I might have to try these on the podcast.
Do you like what the beer and milk is called though?
Oh God, go on.
Horse jizz.
Oh God! Right, we'll tell you what. Send me the link to that, Darren, and I'll have a look. See, and we'll see if we can get it on the podcast.
It's do you ever? I think it was like not last Christmas, Christmas before. Do you ever see them shots that were going around the pound shops and be like a Christmas cake, like knockback shot or something? You can buy them like knockbacks in B&M and stuff.
No, I'll have to look for that.
I got bought some when I tried one, and it was like, it tasted bloody foul, and I kept buying them for people. it tastes really nice, try one, and everyone's going, oh, yeah, okay, and it tastes like shit. I was like, yeah, I know.
yeah, I'll have to give that a whirl, I think. Especially, maybe for next year's Christmas Spa Humbug special, maybe sneak some in.
There was also the, what was it? I saw a YouTube channel once where, the old, like on Only Fools and Horses, where Del Boy would make his own cocktail. Like, he'd walk into the bar and go, I'll have a Tia Maria and Lucozade.
Yeah.
And this YouTube channel actually made some of those, and we're actually trying them. And
wow.
We're proper foul.
I can imagine fucking what? Back when they were making like Tia Maria and Lucozade, they wouldn't have had Lucozade Orange and shit like that. It'd be literally Lucozade, that's it.
Yeah.
So,
but it's one of the episodes. He walks in the bar and he's like, "What are you having, Del?" He's like, "Oh, I'll have a Tia Maria and Lucozade." Or it's like Rodney gets it for him or something. He tries it and he thinks it's quite nice.
See, vodka and Lucozade I can get.
I've had that, yeah.
But yeah, not Tia Maria, for fuck's sake. That's grotty. Oh man. We'll tell you what.
Alcohol.
Tell you what. From there, I think we'll have a bit of a break. Actually, so speaking of drinks, I need to get one myself. So, we'll be back after these very short messages.
Hi, I'm Coxy, better known as the host of the Lost Art of Podcasting. We cover reviews, opinions, listener-submitted topics, even interview special guests with our own odd sense of humour thrown in. You can listen to us on Spreaker, Stitcher, iTunes, YouTube, even Castbox, whatever that is. For more information, find us on Facebook by searching Lost Art of Podcasting. Follow us on Twitter at Lost Art Podcast. So join us, shall you? And now it's back to Paul and the guys for some random ass discussion.
Don't forget to support us on Facebook by going to www.facebook.com/UKRAD podcast. You can also follow us on Twitter at UKRAD podcast, and you can also find us at Spreaker on www.spreaker.com/RAD podcast. And now we are back on iTunes. So just search for us on iTunes and we'll appear. You can find the Lost Art of Podcasting also on iTunes, but you can also support them by going to www.facebook.com/Lost Art of Podcasting, and you can also follow them on Twitter at Lost Art Podcast. They also have a spin-off show called The Lost Art of Wrestling, and you can support them at www.facebook.com/Lost Art of Wrestling. You can also follow our friends at Mystery Island by going to www.facebook.com/mysteryisland. facebook.com/back2 the island, and you can also follow the sponsor of the PCW Prediction League by Avant-Garde Security, and you can find them at www.avantgarde-security.co.uk. They specialise in static security, shop security, and home and business CCTV. So if your business needs a little bit of beefing up in the security, or you just want to make your home a little bit safer, please go over to www.avantgarde-security.co.uk. Now it's back to the RAD podcast. Hi, welcome back to the RAD podcast. We'll start this half with the man who was fairly silent, Xander. How are you doing there? You still there?
Yeah. We're talking about wrestling, and it's not really much I can add.
No, this is true. This is more, you've got expertise elsewhere, shall we say?
That, and I'm too damn busy to watch it.
That's true. So, have you got any topics you want to talk about this week, mate?
Well, since I haven't been on so long, most of my topics were out of date. But there is one that's still very relevant, and it was something that the missus showed me, and then you contacted me. I think it was literally a few hours after that, and it was Sky cutting the channels.
Oh, yeah.
The TV. They're not willing to pony up to the Discovery channels, yet they're still charging us the same. Actually, they're upping the internet prices and line rental prices as well.
They're upping everything, mate. They're actually upping the price for everything. The TV packages, the internet, the lot.
I haven't got a letter for the TV prices increase, though.
Yeah, the thing is, as well, though, mate, you're legally entitled to leave after, I think it's 30 days. You can, if they change the price, you can leave without actually incurring any penalty.
I've been with Sky so long, so I'm not actually in contract. But what hooks me with Sky, well, the kids' channels in Sky One is always handy, but it's the F1 channel.
Yeah, ditto. That's the one that wounds me. And the thing is, they've got F1 fans about the balls, because I think not next year, the year after, he's not even going to be on terrestrial TV.
No, it's going to be on Sky only.
Yeah. I mean, they say, so it's got the part of the law is apparently it's got to be on free-to-air TV. Highlights or something like that, 'cause it's considered a prestige sport.
The highlights are shit.
I know, but the thing is that what I'm trying to say is, they said it's got to be on free-to-air, but they're putting it on Sky One.
Yeah.
That's not free-to-air, because you've got to have a contract. So how the fuck they've got round that loophole, I don't know.
The only thing I can think of that they're thinking that practically everyone has something other than Freeview, because Freeview is so fucking dire.
It is terrible. Absolutely. TV in general is just fucking dire, if you ask me. That's why I love being a gamer, because I can make my own entertainment.
There's box sets there. Box sets are all the rage.
Yeah, it's finding one.
The Sky box sets. I like watching series as much as anyone, but usually I'll have watched it when it's been shown on TV.
Yeah.
So then wasting my time having to download it, and my internet's really slow, so wasting my time re-downloading something that I've already seen, or something I wasn't actually interested in the first time. What's the point when I can just go onto Netflix and it'll usually be there and I don't have to download it? Yes, my internet's still slow, but I will be able to stream it.
This is it. Yeah, you got for me, box sets. They're giving them away for free at the minute. I mean, all we use it at the minute. We're using it to watch. Just watched Band of Brothers, and we're watching Pacific at the minute.
What are you thinking of Pacific?
It's all right.
I thought it was really disappointing to Band of Brothers.
It's not as good as Band of Brothers, don't get me wrong, but it's still all right.
But again, I've got them both on Blu-ray, so.
Yeah, I'm still enjoying it.
For box sets, I have no idea if other people have to pay for it or not. I've just got the variety pack. I think everyone does, though.
Hmm.
And I've always had box sets free. So, yeah.
I mean, we've had to pay for. I mean, I think you get box sets for free if you get like the HD package.
Oh, well, yeah, I've got that.
So that'll probably explain it. But yeah, we've had box sets for a while. I mean, we had it before we actually paid for it, then cancelled it, and then part of the Christmas thing is they gave it away for free. So I'm expecting our box set thing to run out in March.
You picked that, whereas I picked 2 free films.
Well, we weren't given the choice. We got told we got box sets, and that's it. So, well, I don't mind it. Box sets is semi-useful, I suppose. But yeah, it's not worth the money that they charge for it. Not by any stretch.
Yeah, Sky, I'm just seeing less and less value for money.
Oh yeah. I mean, what they were going to do. Obviously, the debacle with Discovery. That's obviously concluded with Sky eventually at the 11th hour getting a deal done. And we've still got Eurosport, which is vital for me for Le Mans.
For Le Mans, yeah.
So we've still got that, thankfully, which is what I was upset about. I was like, oh shit, I'm going to have to, But I actually thought about it and I thought, do you know what? Actually, it's not too bad because I just have to pay for the Eurosport player for one weekend.
Yeah.
Which would be worth it to me. It'd be like a fan. Obviously, if the network didn't exist, it'd be like a fan paying for a WWE pay-per-view. It'd actually be cheaper though. So when I worked it out that way, I thought, not actually that arsed. And I was actually considering cancelling Sky, and then I realised I'd actually lose out on the Sky F1 channel. So I decided not. And Motors TV now because it's only on Sky, isn't it?
How did they take it off for Freeview?
Yeah, it's gone for Freeview. So Freeview, it's gone because they nearly went tits up, didn't they? So it's one of them.
So stupid though, because Motors TV on Freeview was in HD, yet Sky didn't get it in HD, and now it's gone from Freeview, and we've got it on Sky, but it's still not in HD.
Well, this is it. So it's I don't know. I don't know whether I need Sky anymore. Obviously, the only reason I want Sky is obviously for the F1 channel. I don't actually want Sky, if that makes sense.
No, I don't want Sky either because it costs a fortune.
Yeah, but it's got us by the balls as motorsport fans.
Well, and parents.
Go on, Adam.
There's that. I was going to say, well, we had Sky. We got rid of it because the price was too expensive and the internet was shit. Got the lowest package on Virgin Media because it was cheaper, but the internet's faster, so I can stream anything without it lagging like my Sky used to, like even like Netflix and WWE Network and stuff and YouTube.
Yeah.
Like I don't get any problems like buffering or streaming now or anything. And then I've got there's like I rarely watch TV now. The only TV I watch is I might put E4 on for Big Bang Theory's background noise, or like currently we've got Comedy Central has been like put on the lower package. So I've currently got Jackass 3 on the background as just they're on mute.
Yeah. Fair enough.
But it's like the only other channel where they watch is like I occasionally watch Dave or something, like his background noise again, and then the rest of the time I'll watch even YouTube, Netflix, or the network, mainly Netflix. So I could easily get rid of, like, I have no Freeview or anything. I could just make do with the internet and Netflix. It'd be fine.
That's the problem. Like I say, you're not a massive sports fan, are you? Other than like obviously wrestling.
There's that, but it's, I mean, like, in terms of like myself, because I've got like loads of DVDs and stuff I can watch, like, and like anything I want to watch, I can either watch on Netflix or acquire it via means if it's not on YouTube.
Yeah.
So.
There you go. But yeah, like I say, as sports fans for me and Xander, and probably less to an extent for Darren, because you watch it for the football, don't you? Do you have?
Yeah.
You don't have Sky though, do you, mate?
I don't have Sky, and to be honest, no only time when I watch football is when I go out to watch football. So
Yeah, you go to the pub and watch it, so you get like live hack and go that way.
I had Sky about 10 years ago, and then we only had it for the WWE pay-per-views and watching footy. It's just, I don't know how much it is a month now.
A lot of money.
I am just with the variety pack and the HD. I'm like £37 or something, or £38.
Fucking hell.
But then I've got the broadband and the line rental on top of that because Sky is the cheapest here, and it doesn't really matter. Everyone here does the same speed because I'm way out in the middle of nowhere.
See, ours is including everything is about like £60 a month, which is a lot. Because we've got Sky Sports as well.
Yeah.
For me, basically for me, Sky Sports F1. Basically, that's what I'm paying for.
I was lucky, as you know, when they did the offer. You get Sky F1 when you take out the HD pack.
Yeah, but
I jumped on that, and
you've never released it since. But here's how far back that deal goes back. I moved back to Blackpool in 2012, wasn't it? Back end of 2011. And that's when the Sky F1 channel started.
2012.
Yeah. That's when the Sky F1 channel started in 2012. Now, they've not had this deal since, and he's had that and been on it ever since.
Yeah.
So he's basically just taken advantage of a deal that they got as a launch deal for the Sky F1 channel. And never let go of it.
Nope.
So, and I don't blame him. Do not blame him, because he gets it on the cheap. And I've actually, because he's such a generous person, I've been able, when I didn't have the Sky, and I didn't have Sky for a period of time, he actually let me have his Sky Go login details, so I could watch Sky for free.
Yep.
So, he's a very generous man. Speaking of F1 anyway, we'll move on to a topic that I've had for a couple of weeks that I've wanted to talk to you about. And it's slightly out of date now, but it's sort of not at the same time, because we've not actually, with it being pre-season, silly season sort of thing, arguably silly season's probably finished now, because all the driver seats are filled, aren't they?
Yeah.
We're still pre-season, obviously. We've had the news relatively recently, as in probably a couple of weeks or something like that, of Liberty Media taking over F1 and basically kicking Bernie Ecclestone into like an advisory role. Now, what's your thoughts on that, Zand?
See, again, this was one of my topics that I was telling you was out of date.
Yeah.
It's good and it's bad. I mean, it's refreshing probably to see new management. Is it going to change anything? Probably not. They're probably going to run the sport the same way. They're a business at the end of the day, out to make money. They're not out to make the customers happy.
Here's the thing about what I like about it, is that obviously now there's the potential that obviously there could be like a rules shake-up, the actual foundation of the sport could be completely changed. Like, I don't want it to become a single formula sort of thing, like all the cars have got to be the same. I want it to stay the same where everyone's building different cars, because it's always that excitement this time of year of what the cars are going to look like, what makes each car different, and what, you know what I mean?
Yep.
I want that to stay the same. What I'm a little bit more concerned about is the fact that they want, I think, do they want 4 US Grand Prix in one season?
Yeah, they mentioned that.
Yeah, so they want 4 races in America. Bearing in mind, we've not had, well, there was a period of time where there wasn't a US Grand Prix for 15 years?
Well, to be fair, the best US track is still Long Beach.
Oh, yeah.
And they don't even race there.
Nope.
For F1 anyway, I would like to see Road America or,
But for a fact they're not going to do that. They're going to make street circuits in areas such as New York or Las Vegas or California, somewhere like that. When there's pre-made... In fact, California, to be fair, there's already a racetrack there, Laguna Seca, and it is Grade 1 safety recognised now, so they can actually run F1 cars there.
The only problem with taking F1 around Laguna is you're going to see like 40-second lap times.
Yeah, it's ridiculously short, that's the problem. But at the same time, that wasn't that a massive problem with Brands Hatch.
No. But Brands has got a different dynamic. They're not going to have people bunching up at one corner like the corkscrew.
Yeah, that's to be fair, the corkscrew is a fucking dangerous corner. To describe it to you two, it's basically like doing an S-curve down a fucking cliff face. So, yeah, imagine cars arriving at that 160 miles an hour plus.
Well, it's great to see GT cars there because their brakes are screaming. And the American Le Mans series, IMSA, still goes around Laguna Seca.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they split the categories. Since IMSA has 4 categories, they actually split it in 2 blocks of 2.
Yeah.
Just so the cars can get around the track without all piling into each other.
Mm.
But I think Road America is a much better track than their current American Grand Prix track.
Well, this is it. It's got the length there already, and it's already technical as well.
Yeah, and again, IMSA still race on it. You know, it's a very well maintained track.
Mm. But it's also Watkins Glen has also been given the FIA.
You done fucked up now.
Probably not to be all sticky. But no, I was looking through and it was one of the old adverts. It was like special reserve or something where you could buy the old like consoles and stuff, and of course it'd be like overinflated prices. But then there's also skewing through another one. It was like, I'll download these images of like for your wallpaper and screensaver for your phone, and like download these text tones and stuff. It's like, oh, only £3 a week. If not more, I think it was actually more possibly. Yeah, it's just it was a weird nostalgia trip. Back to like the days of like, oh, compatible with the Nokia 3310 only.
Upgrade your phone every year. Tough shit.
Oh god. Moving on to like, obviously, we were talking about gaming. What are your thoughts on the Project Cars 2?
Anyone?
Anyone at all? Aimed at you mainly.
Was it?
Yeah.
I tried to watch the video. Honestly, mate, hand on heart, I did really try to watch the video, and then I seen the snow, and then I lost my shit, and then I put it off because I didn't want to see any more because I would just get too excited.
It does look amazing.
I really like Project Cars.
Yeah.
I've played in many championships on the PC. I don't really like it.
You done fucked up now!
But that's because I'm elitist. But yeah, hopefully it'll be really good. Hopefully they'll deliver more on some of the promises that they promised for the first one.
Yeah, I mean, I did have the first one. I've sold it since.
Really?
Yeah, I got rid of it. I needed money. But yeah, I did enjoy it. And I was going to rebuy it, and then found out that Project Cars 2 is coming out later this year. So I thought, nah, I'll leave it for now. I'll leave it. I'll just get Project Cars 2 at the end of the year.
See, I just don't sell games anymore.
I normally don't, but I needed money. So
I'm just a big klepto.
That's what I'm like, but I mean, obviously I needed the money. So
yeah, it'd be good. I would have preferred if the PlayStation Network was free, and then I would have played with you.
Yeah.
Because I would like to go back to those old days of dominance.
Yeah, I mean, you just used to just batter people on Forza. Absolutely, just like I say, me and Xander between us would just dominate like whole like lobbies all night. would just literally make people our bitches to the point where they actually quit and left.
Yeah, that was a lot of the time.
It was really fun. And then obviously we had a group of friends as well who also turned up, so it was like an 8-person, and it was supposed to be a public like room, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But because we had 5 people in there, we basically had control of the room. So it was like, oh, we don't like this person, just like all agree to vote out, to vote kick this person.
Yeah, you're a dirty bastard and driver, and you keep crashing everyone. Kick.
Yeah. And obviously, we all agreed on it. We just kicked every fucker out. Then they ruined it with the bigger rooms, didn't they? So,
yeah.
But hey,
still great. But Project Cars 2, if it is really really good, and you pick up, I might pick it up for the PS4 as well. But we'll see. I think the first one runs a bit shitty on PS4 though.
Oh, I enjoyed it. I love the fact that it's quite cool as well. The fact that when you've got the speaker on the pad when the person that's talking to you on the radio, they actually come through the speaker rather than through the TV at you.
You know, the first time that happened, it scared the shit out of me, and I dropped the controller.
Yeah, you're not the only one. It fucking scared me as well.
It's just like, what the fuck? Because I'd been so used to playing it on the PC, so it was coming through my headphones normally.
Yeah. There was something I was playing. I think it was one of the Batman games, possibly. It may have been something else. I was playing. There's something I was doing, and I put the control down next to me because I was doing something else, and I'm like hearing random voices going, "Where the fuck's that coming from?" I look around, and it's getting closer. I get closer to the controller's like, control? What the fuck's going on here? And as I found out, there was like something where it was like people were talking, like some of the NPCs were talking to you or something, or like you could hear them doing whatever. I was like, that's fucking weird. So I turned it on.
Thing is, it's not the first console to do that sort of thing, is it? I mean, the Wii had speakers on it, and the first game I ever experienced was something like that, which was sort of breaking the third wall, or whatever the hell it is. Can't remember the term. Fourth wall.
Yeah.
Is when it was in No More Heroes when they used to ring you up and the phone call came through the Wii remote, and the idea was to actually put it to your ear like a phone.
Cool.
It was fucking amazing. But there's a way around it. If you couldn't be arsed lifting that up to your ear, you just turned the speaker on full and it came out full whack out of the Wii remote. But yeah, it was pretty cool. I thought it blew my mind when I first watched it. I was sat there at a friend's flat, and it just got a phone call on it, and it just quietly realised, hang on a minute. Obviously, the character on the screen was getting a phone call. It was like, this sounds really quiet. So he put the speaker up to him. Holy shit! You meant to put it up to your ear like a phone. And obviously, this was like 10 years ago. It blew my fucking mind at the time.
The Wii's one of those consoles, I think you appreciate it more than what you would say the 360 or the PS3 now.
I don't know, because if you look at the libraries of games compared, say, that generation of the Xbox 360 and the PS3, and the current library that we've got now for the current consoles, I would say it's absolutely piss poor nowadays compared to what the library and quality of games were just one generation ago.
Yeah, because nowadays every game tries to be open world. Whereas, back at 360 and PS3, every game tried to be a first-person shooter.
Yeah, well, I'm not a fan of first-person shooters, so...
Exactly.
But I still think, if I'm thinking quality of library, I would honestly say that probably the 360 is probably the highest caliber library of games of any console ever released. PS2 was up there as well.
It's up there, mate. It is up there. I'd
say
really
the
hard to determine.
I would say for exclusivity, I think the PS3 probably is second.
For
but only
exclusivity, I don't know, mate. The PlayStation 3 probably takes the piss out of the 360 in some ways.
In some ways, maybe, but
I mean, the Uncharted games, The Last of Us, just, you know...
oh yeah, they'll do some really good quality
they're
there.
Huge. But then there's other exclusive PlayStation games that are, you know, just
Garbage.
as good. You know?
But there's, like I say, you've also got, you had Gears of War, you had Halo.
Yeah, again, though. Halo, huge fan of Halo. I really like the first Gears. I don't know about you other guys, but it kind of, you know, disappointed me after the first one.
I enjoyed the first 3 Gears. I've not played the 4th one because obviously I don't have a Xbox One. But yeah, I enjoyed the first 3. I did enjoy it. Mind you, I did enjoy the first 3 Modern Warfares.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the story too. I didn't play the multiplayer really.
I really do think the 360 and PS3 are going to be remembered as the Call of Duty generation.
Yeah,
Certainly.
the Call of Duty / Guitar Hero generation.
Not even as much Guitar Hero, mate. And I know that's all you've pretty much seen back then, but you know, now if you're looking on the used market, it's pretty much always Call of Duty that you see that's coming bundled with consoles.
Oh yeah. I completely agree with that. But it's going to come out every fucking year. They've become shovelware.
Yeah,
they've become shovelware. So every year they've got to have one out. That's why Guitar Hero died a death. That's why Call of Duty is dying. Battlefield has had a bit of Battlefield's had a bit of a renaissance with this World War One sort of thing.
Yeah, they've kind of gone more modern. They've gone Modern Warfare, and then they've gone Modern Warfare, and so what's the opposite? And everyone's gone for the opposite.
Well, they've not even gone Modern Warfare now. They've gone futuristic warfare, haven't they?
Yeah.
And they stayed futuristic for I don't know how long. The last Call of Duty game that I properly played was Black Ops.
And I even played that one as well. I'm not a first-person fan.
Remember, me, you, and Claire would all play it. And Claire's my missus. She would play, you know, Halo and all that with us all as well. So, you know, that was really fun. The rest of them were just always like, I can't be arsed with this shite.
Yeah, we played the story and then fuck it off. And that's what I did anyway. I did, to an extent, I did get some enjoyment out of Black Ops 2, but yeah, it weren't the same.
I really do prefer either old school or story-based shooters.
Yeah, I agree with that. 100%. 100%. Well, anyway, we'll move on. Now, Valentine's Day, obviously, is today. It is. Obviously,
for single people, we don't know.
It's still Valentine's Day. You got fuck all. Oh. Well, I don't know. You might have done. You might have got some. You might have had a secret admirer. I don't know.
It depends if you treat yourself as well, though. To be fair.
Oh yeah, you know, if you get a card from your right hand.
I was just about to say, it's my right hand or left hand.
So if you buy tickets to Chicago King of Trios in Birmingham later this year, you know.
Yeah, you know, potentially. Yeah, just saying. But have you noticed? Obviously, I was looking through my timeline on Facebook earlier today, and I noticed that all the women on my Facebook friends list who were in relationships were all posting like, "Look at all this cards, look at all this, look at all that, look at all the other, look at what my fella bought me, this, that, and the other." Right, so I thought, okay, they've all got, you know, they've all had a fair few quid spent on them. Yeah. All the guys who are in relationships, not a fucking dicky bird.
That's because their day, the guy day's in a month.
Right, we'll hang fire to that. What I want to know is, do you guys think that Valentine's Day is aimed more at men buying for women than the other way round?
100%.
Yeah. Why would you think that?
Mate, Valentine's Day, hearts, cards, flowers, chocolates. What are all these things?
Oh, yeah.
These are all things that women like.
Well, stereotypically women like.
90%. Mate, if you walk up to any woman on the street 99% of them, if you ask them, would you like a dozen roses? They will say yes.
Oh yeah. But that's what I mean. I mean, you pretty much nailed the thing. Answer right, slap bang on the head straight
I
off the
wouldn't
bat.
say flowers or roses. I would probably say chocolate. If they said chocolate, then yeah, or something like that. But I think roses is very niche. Very niche. I know personally a few people that don't like roses, but
Do they like flowers?
Yeah,
There
but
you go
it's
then, mate.
I think the answer's pretty much been nailed on the head pretty much from the get-go there. What do you think, Coxy?
Load of shite. Me and
Xander, obviously, Coxy's married. Not Coxy, Xander's married. Coxy's married. Coxy's married to his right hand.
Oh!
But sorry, Coxy, I had to. I had to get myself out of a hole somehow.
Or get yourself put in one.
Or put in one, yeah.
Really?
It'll be the left hand digging it, though.
Ooh.
But yeah,
the right's too precious.
Yeah.
Too precious.
But if you go like for any shop, for example, the one that we like to frequent a lot for our nice, tasty beverages, Home Bargains. If you go down the seasonal aisle, at the minute it'd be Valentines or stuff like that. You see a little bit of Easter creeping in there. And you walk down there and you point to me where the male-centric gifts are for Valentine's Day. And where the women's-centric gifts are for Valentine's Day. And I'll tell... Well, this is it. You go down that whole aisle, everything is aimed at men buying for women. There may be one bay with stuff for men, but it tends to be stuff like underpants, scarf, socks, slippers, dressing gowns.
That's just the normal aisle.
Exactly. It's just they just move the normal bloke stuff off the bloke aisle and put it on the seasonal.
The bloke aisle.
Whatever you want to call it.
I like it.
But it's basically aimed at how much can men spend on their woman.
Yeah.
It's basically what the whole thing is, and I almost got into an argument with my partner's sister this morning because she said, "Well, that's what it is, isn't it? It's for men to show how much they love their woman." So, well, what about women showing for men? You absolute fucking sexist.
Yeah, you
how much men love their women, honestly.
Yeah. It's like, fuck off. So the idea of the day is to objectify your feelings for somebody by shoving as many £20 notes down somebody's throat as possible?
Normally I normally just shove them down the sides of the G-string when... Oh, right, we're not talking about it. Oh, sorry. Wrong thing.
Do you know what it said on Radio 2 today? Because, I'm old and I listen to good channels. Anyway. And Radio 2 today, it was the most popular Valentine's gift is a gym membership.
If you're trying to get chucked.
Epic.
If you're going to get chucked.
It's just brilliant, though. Instead of giving them chocolates because they're fat enough, give them a gym membership.
Maybe he said, you want your chocolates, that's fine. You have to run on this treadmill with me holding one on the end of a fishing rod.
Work for it, you fat fuck.
Work for it, you fucking whale. I love you now. Fucking catch that chocolate.
So yeah, that's what you need to say to your Mrs.'s sister the next time. Yeah. So the most popular gift is a gym membership. Does that show how much I love you?
No, because I'd be getting chucked if I said that, you dick. You fucking arsehole.
It's,
Let me see.
it's like I say with Valentine's, though. It's just a way for, like, card shops, restaurants, and, like, fountains to cash in
Oh, yeah.
between,
They-
like, Christmas and Easter.
They've got a bit of dead space, and they've got maybe some extra stock to shift.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I don't buy cards. Everyone who knows me knows not to expect a card from me.
Well, it's just a piece of, a bit of sliced tree, isn't it? Like Mark Turner said on the Bar Humbug podcast. He said, "Why would you get see me?" Obviously, we had the conversation about presents that we didn't, the worst presents we ever got. But he took offence to getting cards because it's basically, I know I'm going to send you a slice of tree.
Yeah.
He's right though. Absolutely right. I mean, it's like I'm going to send you a piece of dead carcass of tree. Happy, whatever.
See, at Christmas time, people get cards from us, but they're the ones that we've bought from the school because they're designed by the kids.
That's different, though.
That's the only cards I ever give to people.
That's for charity and things like that, I'm assuming, or to help the school.
No, it's not. It's your kids do designs of their Christmas cards. They get put away to the card company, and you buy that pack of cards.
Oh, fair play then.
Yeah.
That's something I've not known, actually. I don't know if they do that around here. I don't actually think they do.
I don't think we do because we're shit.
Yeah, because we're English and we're fucking shit. Oh, God. But yeah, I just think it's all aimed at putting men under pressure to, spend shitloads of money on their partner. And as we said last week, last week was the most common time for couples to split up because of the pressure involved in Valentine's Day. Like, for example, getting a ring to propose and things like that. Apparently, statistically, that is the case.
Do you want to know the stupid thing about that?
Go for it.
If somebody breaks up with somebody else for not giving them something for Valentine's Day, they're just not worth your fucking time.
No, it just shows as well. So it sends a message that you've got to be materialistic.
Yeah.
It does send that message as well. That's one thing I really, really, really do not like about Valentine's Day. And why should it take one day to show somebody how you feel? It should be every day.
Well, Claire got flowers because I bought them last week because they were £2.
The brown.
No.
They're a little bit dead, but they were flowers.
I gave them to her last week. I was ahead of the curve. I said, "This is your Valentine's. This is when you're getting them."
Oh, so on Valentine's Day, they're not flowers anymore. They're compost.
So anyway, I gave her flowers last week, and I bought her a box of Lindt's chocolates. The Lindors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've eaten more of them than she has. That's why I bought them.
That's how Valentine's is done properly, by the way.
It's just like, darling, we're opening these chocolates that I've given you for Valentine's Day.
Oh God, that's how you do Valentine's Day.
But yeah,
that's how you do it.
My mate Chad, his wife Jo, she put up she put up a status. Someone had me wetting myself laughing. And she said, lolling at Chad's life coaching skills and girl advice to her son this Valentine's Day. They basically said to him, "Females ruin your life. You need to look at it this way. You already have one dick. Why would you need another one?"
Oh God. Oh. Speaking of dicks, this is not actually my topics, and I was just thinking about something. By the way, I'm on about literal,
You don't have to be so forward, Jesus.
What I want to know, obviously, you'll know these people as Tinks, Xander.
Oh, your post. I thought it was hilarious.
Yes. You two will probably know what's coming now. What is your worst experience with Chavs / Tinks / basically scumbags that you've ever had?
What?
Go on, Darren. You start, mate. You start. Go on.
Well, I've a few, but then you see
just
me.
Just pick out one really bad one.
12 and a half stone. 22-inch pythons. They don't mess with me. Oh no, seriously. I wouldn't say it was the worst one I've had, but this is the one I can remember, and it was the funniest. When you get the cars that, like the boy racer cars, and all souped up and all that crap.
Oh yeah, the one with the 16-year-old girls with hoop earrings and Adidas tracksuits.
Yeah, well,
yeah, them ones.
I was walking home. I think I was with my cousin at the time, and he was my younger cousin. And we were walking home afternoon, and they go by, and my cousin's saying something. Oh, that's a funny car, and then I went, "It's a shit car, mate," like that to shout it out. The chav stopped and got out of the car and went, "You fucking what?" And I went, "It's a shit car, mate." And carried on walking.
No fucks given.
I was like, they literally just stopped in the middle of the road and got out of the car.
Oh, because you insulting his car was basically saying that his cock was tiny.
Yeah.
Well, for the fact that he stopped and got out, it must have been.
Seriously, the fact that he stopped his car and got out must have meant he had a camel toe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, what? There was two of them in the car already.
I need to prove myself somehow.
One of them had a fucking school uniform on, I bet, Darren.
I don't know.
Oh, God.
I always remember it, and I can't remember, what kind of car it was. I just know it was like a ripped up boy racer, and
fucking Vauxhall Nova.
Probably.
That's why he said it was a shit car. Probably like it would have been a fucking Subaru. They're good cars ruined by shit drivers. Basically. So yeah, Coxy. Sorry, go on, mate, Darren. I thought you'd.
That's it.
All right. What about you, Coxy? I know you're going to have a fucking great answer for this. I know this for a fact.
Is this in regard to the post you put up about the chav hiding behind you to pump?
Oh yeah, well do you want me to explain that now?
Go on then.
Go for it. Right. Well, I was walking up to obviously if you know Blackpool well, you'll know Coral Island is like is it like the biggest arcade in Europe or something stupid like that? It's one of.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah. I was walking up towards the side entrance. You know where Bonnie Street is.
Yeah.
Coming in that way, where it's undercover. I was just walking across the road with my 3-year-old son. Just doing just walking through. Next thing you know, there was some fucking right rough-looking motherfucker with like swans tattooed on his cheekbones. You know the kind. Slightly gaunt face, but like he's had a bit too much crystal meth. With some woman who was slightly chubby and was not in. He was in a tracksuit, and he was arguing with some specky shit on a bike and two other chavs. And there was a woman there. I think must have said something about the guy's woman he was with. Apparently they were in a relationship, but she weren't wearing a tracksuit. Now, considering the location of it, I'm assuming that she was in fucking court. Because the court's literally 2-minute walk away from there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, was just walking through, and they turned round. I walked round the group of chavs on the back with the bike, and they were shouting. The other two, the one with the swan tattoo and the woman, were nearer the entrance, and they started to turn around and walked off through into the entrance of the arcade. Now I was using the arcade as a thoroughfare to get through town because it's a shortcut. So I went through, I followed them behind them. Unbeknownst to me, that some fucking little chavvy twat was walking behind me, so he couldn't see him.
Right.
If that makes sense, to get the jump on him. So when he walked through the entrance, he walked behind us. I didn't know it until he ran round in front of me and just literally ran and jumped at the guy and punched him square in the face. So he ran round me and my 3-year-old son and just launched into this guy, knocking him into a grabbing machine.
Jesus.
So I thought to myself,
Were they friends or enemies or?
I'm assuming there was, they were calling each other fucking cunts. So I imagine they don't like each other.
You never know with people like that though.
Yeah, this is true. But yeah, he just started fucking laying into him, and the next thing you know, Coral Island's so-called security jumped on him. So I'll just keep an eye on the Gazette now to see if they end up in court.
Yeah, I would do.
So that's what I'm doing. But yeah, I just thought to myself, why act like a complete cunt in front of a 3-year-old child like that? Surely you'd have some tact.
No, they don't.
Exactly.
Mate, they were wearing tracksuits out in the open.
No. One of them wasn't wearing tracksuits. I think she must have been on a fucking ASBO at court. So.
Yeah, but the rest were.
Oh yeah, the rest were. So yeah, I wasn't.
So they don't really care about their outward appearance, even in their actions.
Oh yeah. In the middle of an arcade as well. Don't forget. So yeah, it was mate. It was. Yeah, I actually put the hashtag on it. There's an advert. I don't know if you get it in Scotland. It says it doesn't get better than Blackpool. Cue the lights. And I actually use them hashtags. So, but yeah, I might tag the I might put the advert on the group so people get reference to what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's the only way I'll see it.
Yeah, but it's yeah, it was yeah, it didn't exactly make me proud to be from Blackpool. Let's just put it that way.
They're probably not from Blackpool.
Out of season in Blackpool, mate. Yeah, they're from Blackpool, mate. The only lines I could actually understand was, "That's me bird!" So, he must obviously been saying something about his woman.
Yeah.
You know, must have been celebrating Valentine's Day early. So, yeah, what's your worst experience? I wouldn't even say that's my worst experience, to be brutally honest. That's just one of the many experiences that come to mind.
With Chavs?
Oh, yeah. I'm assuming you've had just as many. If not more.
I've had a few. It's just sort of picking out the one what I'd sort of classify as worse. The worst, even. I'm trying to think. The worst one that probably comes to mind that just sort of pops into my head then was when I was when I was still worked at the Odeon. This is going back about probably 8-9 years.
Yeah. And
I was on my way in. I was coming back from town on the bus, and I was like, on one of the old number 5, the handy buses.
Oh yeah, I remember the handy buses well.
It's the ones like it was the ones that used the 3 or the 4. Now it was one of those where you didn't have the window on the back. So I went up, got on, sat at the back, I had my headphones in, and I had my MP3 player in my hand, in one hand, and I was my phone in the hand. I was texting my missus at the time, and there's these 2 chavvy-looking women sat at the back, and I'm sat there just like with my headphones in, just trying to send some texts. And there's these 2 chavvy women start, "Oh, that's a nice phone. That's a nice thing. Can we have a look at your phone? Can we have a look at your music thing? Or can we have a look?" And they're trying to actually physically grab it off me. So I literally put my arm up and went, "No, fuck off," sort of thing.
Yeah.
And the guy 2 seats in front turns around and goes, says something like, "Don't raise your hand to my woman again, you fucking cunt, or I'll stab you," sort of thing.
Nice.
And so I just looked at him and I just went, "Fuck off." And he went, "You what, mate? Say that again, I'll slit your throat." I was like, right, you're surrounded by witnesses, mate. You ain't going to do shit. And his kid was sat on the other side, like the school kid or whatever.
His kid?
Yeah. This chav's kid. And then this other chavvy cunt comes up and sits right in front of me and goes, "Yeah, mate." And I'm looking down at my phone. He goes, "Oi, mate." I looked up and went, "Fucking what?" And he went, "That music, it good." And he was a type, he had like a big slit on his face. You can tell he'd been in someone's probably knifed him before or something. Probably because he's a bit of a cunt.
Yeah. And, you tend to be the cunt calling card, really, is that when they've got some sort of facial wound.
Yeah, and he went, "So that music, it good." I went, "Yeah." I said, "Look, just leave me alone." And just sat there looking at my phone. And I posted about it on Facebook at the time. I can't actually remember what happened. And I waited for them to get off. I think they got off at Revel Library. And I was sort of like saying to myself, right, if they got on the same stop as me, I'm going to get off like a stop later.
Yeah.
But luckily, they jumped off at Revel Library, so I got off. And like the driver just looked at me. He's like, "You all right?" I was like, "Yeah, fine. It's scum of the town, innit?" Sort of thing. He's like, he just looks at me like, "Yeah." So that's probably one of the worst. But then it was like recently. I think it was only as early as last Monday or Tuesday. I stood at the bus stop waiting to get the bus to work, and there's these three chavs walking down Highfield Road.
Oh, yeah.
They're coming up from towards sort of Booth's End. So they're coming that way down towards Harriside. So they're walking that way.
Oh, yeah.
Sort of east to west. And you can hear them coming from down sort of near the houses, which is sort of down near this estate agent. And so they're pretty loud because they're quite a distance away. And you can hear them fucking this, fucking that, fucking money and fucking you owe me this, fucking con, fucking this. And...
Oh, you know, the chavs, they have to interject the word fucking cunt or shit in between every other word.
I could hear them coming up and down, and one's going, I need to get my fucking money, and I've got fucking court and all this sort of thing. And another one's going, oh, you still fucking owe me this much fucking money, and after your fucking court appearance and all this sort of shite. Then they're all kicking off at each other, and two of them actually pretty much like nearly start boxing each other in the middle of bloody on Highfield Road. And then they're there sort of.
Why have I got the big fight live theme music stuck in my head now? Where are you describing this?
Well, you know when sort of like you get that thing like you see in videos, and you'll see like there's that video of the kid where he literally picks up the other kid who's like it's quite a chubby kid, and the kid's giving him shit. He literally picks him up and dominates him.
Yeah.
And the smaller kid sort of squaring up to him like that, sort of doing like the whole boxing, like, oh, look at me, I've done boxing before, sort of thing, like the whole shuffling the feet and stuff. These two chavs are doing that, literally about to smack each other. I think they probably got a couple of shots, and then they stopped and carried on walking, and the other one was going to the other. It's like, we're looking to fucking bury her then. Like, what? Like, what are you doing?
You just want to walk up to him and slap him across the face and just go, just fucking do something with your life, will you?
Yeah.
Just fucking do something other than drink Snyder and whatever fucking drugs you can pump into your system.
No, take more.
Actually, yeah, take more and rid yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. I'll go with that, actually, rather than actually go and make something for yourself. And just take away your breeding rights, and you know what I mean?
I refer back to that picture I put on something last week where I put bath bomb. It was a toaster. Yes.
That needs to be an actual form of punishment in this country, I think, is the bath bomb. Where it is literally a Morphy Richards, the Morphy Richards experience. We'll just call it that. We'll just call it the Morphy Richards experience and just leave it at that, I think. And just leave it to the imagination for the offender. But yeah, I can't fucking stand Chavs. Have you had any real dealings with anything like that, Xander?
Of course, mate.
Of course, I thought you would do. Any you'd like to divulge?
There's a lot, put it like that. I've been in many fights. Well, I should say I've ended many fights with a lot of them.
What ended them, or the fight, or both?
A bit of both a lot of the time. The real last time would have been one of the places that we were staying when Jack was still little. The first place I met you with, Minda had a lot of problems with our downstairs neighbours.
Yes, I remember that.
It was always partying. And I hear an argument going on outside. One of them has started on the missus. So go outside and his entire flat empties.
Nice.
And there's these three guys that then square up to me. All in their tracksuits, their tinkiness, stinking high hell. And they were just told, look, shove off or I'll just end you right here. This really lanky lad comes out of the flat. And the missus says, I know you. You're such and such's little brother. He's like, yeah. And he says, what about it? Are you going to start on me now? And my missus, she's tiny. She's 4'11".
They're the worst, though, mate. You know that.
and she just says, "Look, well, I'm going to phone your older brother now." And she says, "I'll just leave my man here, and I'll phone your older brother and get him out here as well." And me and this older brother, we'd been in a fair few scraps together. Again, ended a fair few of them. But this Tinky Chavy lad and as Tinky Chavy mates, after that day, we never had a single problem with them.
Basically, you were going to grass him up to mummy.
Yeah, it was pretty much because, Claire then started bumping her gums about phoning the brother, and the young lad realised who I was, and we never had a problem with them. And it was actually the last time I've ever been in a proper heated argument, a way to leather someone.
Last time I had a heated argument with my fucking sister. I was fucking tempted to whack her on. I thought, nah, it's not worth it.
That's not counted, mate. Siblings, that's not counted.
Yeah, the last person I actually ended up squaring up to ended up stamping on the face on Newton Drive, so... Not that I should be admitting that, but still.
Most people don't square up to me anymore.
For legal reasons, Paul, that didn't happen.
Well, it was self-defence anyway.
But for legal reasons, that didn't happen. Wink, wink. It
wink,
was
wink.
All a dream.
Pretty sure that was the gas leak, where nothing happened. It was...
You're all good, mate. Even with a confession, they have to place you at the scene, and they have to have an eyewitness.
This is true.
I saw it all. Wait.
This is true. Well, he just started on me for no reason, and I just fucking floored him. I can't.
Yeah, everyone's had all these fucking horrible, moments with these scum of the earth people. Everyone's had. Aye, sorry, mate. On you go.
No, I was going to say, Dan, the way you sort of worded it when you said the lanky one came up to me, it made it sound like there's that video of them two guys. They must be like travellers or something, where it's like they're sort of talking about, we'll come to your house and we'll do damage. It's like, we'll take your door off its hinges, and there's like, I've got our kid here. He's like, I'm 22. I've got our kid here. He's 18, and he's like, he's proper like a lanky fuck. And it's like, what's he gonna do?
It's gonna knock your fucking door through.
A lot of these ones, they think they're hard. They've never actually had a proper hit off someone who isn't a lanky streak of piss either. So when they've actually taken a proper belt off somebody, they don't know what to do.
This is it. Yeah, it's the pack mentality, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
But the first time I went through to Montrose, now Montrose isn't a big town. It's medium size. We'll put it like that. The first time I went through there, I had hassle from a lot of people, and literally where I was from was only 10 miles away from Montrose.
Yeah.
It was just all this chavvy little dickheads that thought they were Superman.
Then they get Superman punched in the face.
Then they try and start on the wrong person that doesn't want to take their shit, and just drags them by the scruff of their neck down the fucking nearest closey, because there's cameras all over the town, and just knocks 7 bells out of them.
That's if they're getting man, though. I don't think they are in Blackpool, are they?
Well, up here they always are.
I think it's potluck in Blackpool.
What?
Normally the cameras in Blackpool, they're either looking the wrong way or they weren't recording properly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I say, it's potluck.
The Montrose ones are always moving.
Oh, the odd one moves in Blackpool, but the most of them are static, aren't they?
Yeah.
What gets me about these cameras is, right, these days, cameras on phones and that are brilliant. You can pick them up, but when you CCTV cameras, pictures, I'm like, it's like grainy. It's like, what the fuck has that been took on?
There's a reason for this, though, Darren.
It's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. If you think you've got a camera, most businesses will go for, especially if it's a small independent business, they will go for the cheapest camera system they can find, which normally costs about £80 for Maplin.
Yeah.
On top of that, they also comes with about roughly a 1 terabyte hard drive. If you're lucky, it's possibly about 500, 750 gig.
Yeah.
So then that camera's got to record, and it's possibly multiple cameras. It has to record those several cameras 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So of course, when you come to watch the footage back, it has to be stored at very low quality. so it can fit it all on for like I think it's like a month. It has to be stored on
Yeah.
there for or something.
Yeah, I can.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. That's-
But what makes me laugh though is obviously they're going to record it in the lowest quality possible, so they can actually fit more footage on. And then it comes to put something on Crime Watch. Can you recognise this man? Yes, it looks like a bit of fucking static.
it's like,
So
Yes, I could dress up a fucking Whatsit in a hat and a scarf. It would look the same.
there we go. There's your answer. But it also reminds me of that. There's that video on YouTube it made the round ages ago. There's like the chav in the guy's garden, and he's like there proper squaring up to the guy, and the guy just lamps him in the throat because it's like he's like a black belt in some bloody martial art or something.
Yeah.
And the chav's just crawling out of the guy's garden.
I love seeing people getting the fucking comeuppance. Fucking love it. Oh god. Is there any more topics you guys want to chat about?
I had a few, but I'll have to save them for next week because I need to sort of jump off soon because I'm up early.
Yeah, I was just thinking it's about getting towards time wrapping up. So, yeah, I think we'll probably actually call it a day there, I think. We'll save what we've got left for another time.
Cool.
Yeah, so, yeah, thank you for listening, guys. Thank you for being on.
See you.
And don't be a chav.
Yeah, don't be a
Alright,
chav. Yeah, be nice to people. Don't wear Adidas tracksuits. Don't hide behind people and then jump at people and try and punch them. Just don't be a cunt.
The thing
Don't
with
be
that,
a lanky. Don't be a lanky streak of piss and think you're the hardest thing on the planet.
Yeah.
the thing with that as well, though, Paul, is I'm surprised the guy didn't actually say to you, he's like, yeah, mate, just help us out a minute.
I would have told him fuck off if I did, more than likely. I was going to say something, I thought, better not, because I ended up getting fucking lamped myself, and I thought, it's not worth it in front of a fucking 3-year-old.
Yeah, it may have been like they came to blows between and you end up in the middle, sort of thing. So
Yeah, exactly. So it's not worth it. So I just grabbed my son and walked, kind of picked my pace up a bit. Saw security were there. I thought, fuck it, they can do their job. I'm getting my son out of the way. So the thing I could have done. Anyway, on that note, thank you for listening. Have a good evening, morning, whatever it is time you listen to us. And just remember, moral of this podcast is, be nice to people and don't be a cunt. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Bye.